This is the KRUI News at Noon, brought to you in part by the Daily Iowan. This is KRUI, Iowa City.
It's noon in Iowa City. The temperature is 35 degrees, and for KRUI, this is Alaina Hammer.
And Jenny So.
Here are the headlines for this Wednesday morning. A gator eats a burglar suspect, San Bernardino shooter accused of plotting the 2012 attack, and find out how Stonehenge was really moved. It's the world's most prehistoric and mysterious monuments, Stonehenge. For decades, archaeologists have been trying to figure out where these ginormous stones have came from back in 3400 BC. The discovery of special holes that were cut into the land near the Preseli Hills match those of Stonehenge, but are about 500 years older. It turns out that ancient locals used wooden sledges and dragged them by teams of up to 60 people on rail-like timbers. Each monolith weighs about 2 tons.
Attacks in San Bernardino, California could have been planned out for years. Investigators believe shooter Saeed Rizwan Farouk may have planned attacks since 2012 with his friend. One of the officials said the two conspired in 2012 when a specific target was considered. Farouk's wife, Tashfin Malik, and the other shooter who opened the fire Wednesday was radicalized at least 2 years ago. Investigators are still trying to piece together profiles of the couple who killed 14 people and died in a gun battle with the police last week.
Gator eats burglar, a tragic death or poetic justice. In Barefoot Bay, Florida, an accused burglar, 20-year-old Matthew Riggins, was on the run and hid in a nearby marsh area to avoid from being arrested. Apparently, his luck ran out when neighbors in the same area heard hollering sounds. Riggins' body was then later found floating on top of the lake after being gnawed on by an 11-foot alligator.
37 civilians were killed in an attack Tuesday night at a market bazaar and a school near Kandahar Airport, and 35 people were wounded. Fighting continued Wednesday into the early evening after Afghan National Army forces surrounded the attackers. The Taliban took responsibility for the attack, saying the gunmen carried machine guns and were targeting foreign forces.
A restaurant in the heart of Iowa City announced some pretty frank news. Swanky Frankie, located on South Dubuque Street, will be closing their doors after December 17th. Due to a lack of business and traffic, store owner Clyde Galami has high hopes for relocating in a new area in Coralville where they would be able to offer a drive-through service, more seating, and outdoor eating area. So for all of you hot dog lovers out there, hurry into Swanky Frankie for a last chance at a Chicago or mac and cheese dog before it's too late.
Donald Trump's tweet on Tuesday dangled the idea for him to run as an independent party. This sent a clear warning to the Republican parties after he tweeted, "A new poll indicates that 68% of my supporters would vote for me if I departed the GOP and ran as an independent. If this happens, the Republicans would have a hard chance winning the overall vote."
The Iowa City Animal Adoption Center has announced plans to offer specials on cat, kitten, and rabbit adoptions during the holiday season. Through December 31st, the shelter has reduced prices on such adoptions to $25, which includes neutering, vaccinations, and a microchip. They've become overcrowded with animals as the weather has gotten colder and want to help these furry creatures find a home for the holidays.
High school basketball coach in Des Moines is facing charges with related sexual abuse. The Des Moines Register reports 46-year-old Gerald Johnson is charged with sexual exploitation by a school employee and assault with the intent to commit sexual abuse. The penalty for a sexual exploitation conviction varies based on whether or not just a pattern of sexual conduct is proven.
Now here's a look at today's weather forecast. It's partly cloudy and currently 37 degrees with a high of 52 degrees later on. And for KRUI, this is Alaina Hammer
and Jenny So.